Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to RTC TV4. And tonight we're up here at Argos, Indiana, and we're going to be covering the Argos Lady Dragons softball team as they take on the Lady Blackhawks from Westville High School. Getting some infield time here. Lady Dragons probably going to be a little bit behind schedule as far as the 6 o'clock start. I am RTC TV4 Sports Director Steve Stricker, and tonight I've got a very special guest here with me. Gotten to broadcast basketball with my middle daughter Macy and my youngest daughter McKenna, and I'm glad to be joined by my oldest daughter Madeline, who's home for a couple of days as she's just finishing up her second internship, going to be graduating here in a couple weeks from Grace College with a bachelor's in accounting and a master's degree as well in 4 years. So very proud of that. Madeline, thanks for joining us here.
No problem. I'll be your resident expert, I guess, for the night.
You're
Since you're more of a basketball.
Well, you're going to be keeping stats and everything. You're good with the numbers, but you had your moment here at Argos. You hold the record still for pitching for what? You have the season strikeout record here at Argos. You also hold the career strikeout record, and I believe you're the winningest pitcher in Argos program history. So not a bad little stint here. Graduated in 2015, and the Dragons going to be taking on the Blackhawks here tonight. And as we've seen throughout, you know as well as anybody that pitching is very important in softball.
It makes a big difference on the outcome of the game.
Dragons still trying to find their footing a little bit on the mound, so they've got a couple of seniors in the circle, as well as a freshman that has been playing pretty well for them as well. So we'll see what they can do here. Still trying to put the formula together. You know, we talked with Coach Thayer in the preseason, and kind of the same thing they had last year. You know, they would play really well through 6 innings, but it just seemed like there was always that one inning that kind of would fall apart on them and put them in a hole that they couldn't dig out of.
Yeah, it was kind of the same thing when I was in high school. It's the importance of putting an entire game together, because that one inning that you get behind can really mess up the entire game.
Last year they were talking, it seemed to be the 3rd inning, and I was talking to Coach Dean, and he said the first inning's kind of been their nemesis this year. So
yeah,
we'll see what they can do here this evening. It's a Westville team, had an hour bus ride coming down here, so we'll see how the Lady Dragons can start out here tonight. We've been kind of limited in our coverage of spring sports this year, but we're working to get as much as we can on the air, get you some variety in schools and in sports. And we were over at Winnemac last night, got a nice game between Winnemac and Pioneer. And I tell you, Madeline, I had been really looking forward to catching a Pioneer game. Of course, they're the defending state champion in 1A, and did not disappoint. Haley Gottschall, their sophomore pitcher, who won, I think, 30-some games last year as a freshman, including the state championship.
Jeez. She's a freshman?
She's a sophomore this year.
Well, when she did it as a freshman, that's insane.
As
a freshman, I was getting thrown off the mound because I hit too many batters.
Yeah, she's definitely got some weapons. She was throwing a lot of different stuff, and Winnemac played right with them. They've got a young team down there at Winnemac, but a solid team. They got some nice pitching, and really, I think it was 11-3 was the final score there, and Winnemac did have, the wind was blowing out. I think Pioneer ended up hitting 3 2-run home runs, so that kind of, hurt Winnemac there. They had 2 innings where they scored 4. So, but it was a good game down there last night. Enjoyed it. Tim Gearhart, our producer for Winnemac, does a great job down there. His daughters, it's funny because he has a sophomore and a freshman. His freshman daughter is a catcher, and then his sophomore daughter plays first and also pitches. So it's quite the family affair down there, and he's going to have some good softball through the next 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So We're going to be off tomorrow. I don't have anything scheduled. Supposed to be across the parking lot on Thursday. The weather looks like it might get a little iffy, but we were wanting to get the Argos Dragons baseball team as they take on Caston. Of course, you know, two of our schools that we partner with Caston and Argos, so trying to get that game on Thursday if the weather cooperates. We also have a softball game scheduled Friday down at Fansler for Rochester Lady Zebras. So going to try and vary our schedule as much as we can and get you some good variety here on RTC TV4. We appreciate the loyal viewers who continue to watch RTC TV4 down there in Rochester, as well as on the website rtc4.com. So if you're a first-time viewer, if you're just tuning in, you can check out all of our videos on our archive on our website, rtc4.com. And you know, we got 350-plus games in the books since August.
Kept you busy.
Yeah, we've been doing a few games. We've, you know, volleyball, football, basketball, wrestling, girls and boys basketball, and, you know, some softball, some baseball. Going to get some lacrosse games coming up here at Argos here in the next couple of weeks. Got some of those on the books. So the Blackhawks getting ready to take their infield time. So I expect we're probably, about 15 minutes away?
Yeah, probably.
So we're going to have to just kind of hold tight here. I know the game was supposed to start at 6 o'clock, but with the team coming from a different time zone, plus coming in, you know, from an hour drive. So the Blackhawks just getting their infield time. We're going to take a quick break and come back here with more pregame from Argos High School, getting ready for the Argos Lady Dragons taking on Westfield Lady Blackhawks here in high school softball in just a moment.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Argos High School, where we're working through our pregame here. The Westville Blackhawks taking their infield warm-ups here as we're getting set to go with some high school softball between the visitors from Westville and the Argos Lady Dragons here at Argos. So appreciate everybody for tuning in, and Maddie is over getting some lineups so we can get you the starting lineups for both squads, and we'll get that to you here in just a moment. Like I said, we've got a couple more games on tap for you on RTC TV4 this week. Going to be back here at Argos on Thursday, of course, weather permitting, for Argos Dragons baseball as they take on the Caston Comets, another one of our partner schools. So both schools in action on Thursday here at Argos, Caston and Argos. Madeline comes back and gets the lineups. So we'll go through the starting lineups here. Just got the last names, huh?
On theirs, that's all the coach wrote.
All right. So the Westville Lady Blackhawks, wearing number 5 and batting in the first position, playing shortstop, is going to be Rogers. Batting number 2, wearing number 8, playing left field, is going to be Wright. Batting third, wearing 3, pitching, is going to be Deneen
Is my guess. I'm not sure.
That's what we're going to go with. Cleanup hitter wearing number 16 and playing third base is Hissick. Wearing number 2, batting number 5 and playing center field is going to be Kay Bowley. The number 6 batter wearing number 4 playing second base is going to be Emma Bowley. And then batting number 7, wearing number 9, playing first base is going to be Near. Batting number 8 and catching is going to be number 23, O'Hara. And the number 9 batter playing right field, wearing number 7, is going to be Santos. To apologize for anybody if that's not the correct pronunciation of the names. We do the best we can here. So for the home team, the Argos Lady Dragons, leading off and playing center field is going to be senior number 23, Kaylee Carlton. Batting second and catching, wearing number 10, is going to be the senior Leslie Cather. Another senior, number 13, Allison Overmeyer, is going to start off pitching. And going all seniors here in the front of the lineup. Aaron Edwards, wearing number 21, playing first base, is going to be the cleanup hitter. Playing short, wearing number 11, Haley Lagenauer. Carly Miller, freshman, getting the start, playing third base, wearing number 8. Another freshman, Hannah Herford, wearing number 14, is going to be the DP. Madison Barkus, wearing number 9, will be batting next. She's playing second base. Freshman Allison Zom is going to be wearing number 6, playing left field. And Lizzie Pask is going to be your flex player, wearing number 12. That is your starting lineup here for the Lady Dragons as we get set to go. And what do you think, Maddie? You miss being on the other side of the fence?
Yeah, everything has completely changed since last time I was on the mound. I think my senior year we finally got the fence, and then this was basically concrete before, and the mound was moved back, which I think they just did that. Was it this past year that they moved, or not the mound, the home plate?
Yeah, I think this is the second year they've played
Is
with
it?
And yeah, the plate was a lot closer to the fence.
Made for some fun pass balls as a catcher.
Well, it was hard to steal home, that was for sure.
That's true. It bounced right back at you. Had some mad umps when it bounced back and hit them.
So it made for a shorter porch. I think Phil said they were 192 to the foul poles, but it's a 6-foot fence, so I think it plays more like a 195 field.
Oh, okay.
I think is what he was saying. So still a little tough to hit one out of the park here. I know yesterday, I think Winnemac has 185 at their poles with a 4-foot fence. So that's why we saw, I think, three dingers go out. So nice day here this afternoon. The sun kind of under some clouds right now, but it's been definitely a lot warmer than it was 2 days ago. A little chilly last night, but nice day here, finally looking like spring. Getting some puppies here. We got all kinds of.
So cute. Oh.
So the
Hey.
Lady Dragons, of course, coached by Alyssa Thayer. She's in her 11th season. There's Zane. Hi, Zane.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Doing good. Zane Herford, he's been a pretty common guest on the air with us here.
Little
Missing,
mascot.
yeah, missing some teeth there, buddy. Losing some teeth. How old you getting to be now, Zane?
6.
You're 6.
I'm going to be 7 on April 21st.
Well, that's coming up.
Yeah, just a few days away. So Zane's sister, Hannah, what did we say she's playing? Third base?
No, I thought Carly was playing third.
Hannah's the designated player.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we're getting together here, the meeting at home plate between the Lady Dragons and the Lady Blackhawks. So we're just a few minutes away from getting started here at Argos. A beautiful green field out there. The grass finally starting to turn green. And really looking forward to getting the mower out here before too long.
The one you never let anybody else drive?
Not going to let you drive it.
No.
Sorry.
Macy does.
Sibling rivalry going on. I tell you.
It's okay. I'm not home anymore.
So if you're watching us online or on RTC TV4, send us a tweet. We're on Twitter. The RTC TV4 Twitter is at RTC TV4. Send us a message there. We'll give you a shout out during the game here. Again, I'm Steve Stricker, sports director here at RTC TV4, and happy to be with you tonight, joined by my oldest daughter, holds a couple of Argos softball records here. Yeah, also part of the first team to ever bring home a trophy, winning the Tippecanoe Valley tournament your senior year. I think that was was that the same weekend you broke the record?
I broke the record at that tournament.
Yeah, so fun year back in 2015 watching you and Macy play. You know, more you. She was she was barely there with the softball. She's more obviously into basketball, but
She played center field well.
she did. She was a good center fielder. So the Lady Dragons taking the field here as we're getting set for first pitch. It's going to be Rogers, the shortstop, up for Westville. Now you got me saying
Sorry.
Westfield. It is Westfield. Now Westville. now you really got me turned around.
I was just checking, and now I got us all messed up.
So Westville, Lady Blackhawks, as they take on the Lady Dragons here tonight. On RTC TV4, Allison Overmeyer is going to be starting out on the mound for the Lady Dragons.
Think the rain will hold off?
I think we're good. It's a little
We're good.
cloudy, but I think we'll be fine.
Makes for a good game, though. They're not getting sunburn out there.
Yeah. First day we've actually had a game where you could say that they were worrying about getting sunburned.
Yeah.
Most of the time they've been wearing sweatshirts. By the end of the game last night down at Winnemac, it was getting a little chilly. So
Yeah, I bet.
kind of nice. It was up into the lower 70s here today. So our final warm-up pitches, ball going down to second.
Really good throw.
And it's going to bring up our leadoff hitter, Rogers, shortstop here for Westville. And we're underway. Rogers takes ball one. Allison Overmeyer is senior here for the Lady Dragons.
Ooh,
That's
that
a
was good
shot.
rip.
It's going to get down in fair territory into left field. Rogers is going to be into second with a stand-up double on the second pitch of the game. It's going to bring up the left fielder right with one on here, nobody out in the top of the first. Rogers did a nice job getting that one down just inside of fair territory there in left field. Wright takes ball one on the outside corner. 1 ball, no strike. Just underway here at Argos, top of the first. Second batter here for the Lady Blackhawks.
Ooh, that was a good pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Wright. That bunt attempt is going to be fouled back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Wright's going to be trying to protect here with 2 strikes on her. Still no outs here in the top of the first. We got 1 runner on. The leadoff runner, Rogers, stands at second base for the Lady Blackhawks. Swing and a miss for the first out of the game. It's going to bring up the pitcher. What did you say that?
Deneen.
Deneen.
It's my best guess on that one.
All right. One out here, 1 on for Westville. Overmeyer doing a pretty good job here, finding the strike zone early. Gets a strike call on Deneen. Shot back, and it's going to find the gap there between the pitcher and short, and 1 run's going to score on that play. So an RBI single for the pitcher, Deneen, puts the Lady Blackhawks on the board.
Putting in a courtesy runner for their pitcher.
You had one of those a few times.
Oh, I think I only didn't have one of those once.
And that proved why you had one of
That
those.
is exactly why I had one.
So 1 run across here for Westville is going to bring up the number 4 hitter, Hissick,
Third baseman.
the third baseman, with 1 runner on and 1 down here in the top of the first. Ball.
Ball. Okay.
That's going to be blooper to first. Edwards is going to make the
Caught.
play. Nice job coming in from first base, getting the out. So 2 outs now. It's going to bring up number 2,
Your center fieldman.
Kay Bowley, the center fielder. 2 out, 1 on for the Lady Blackhawks. That one's going to be fouled back out of play for strike 1. Misses that one down low on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, she swung on that one.
So the Lady Dragons able to get strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the top of the first to Bowley. Just misses on the outside corner, evens it up at 2-2.
I did this a lot.
3 balls, 2 strikes. So the count goes full. You like to keep us on the edge of our seats.
Uh-huh. Out behind center field on the edge of your seat.
And misses on that one high. So the walk issued to Bowley. It's going to bring up Bowley. M. Bowley. Sorry, we don't have the first name. I would assume they're sisters. This one's going to be left-hander.
How do I indicate a walk? Bottom one?
BB, base on balls.
Ah, there we go.
Overmeyer gets the outside corner call on that one for strike 1. Runners on first and second for Westville with 2 down here in the top of the first. That one's going to get away from Cather. Runners are going to advance. One count here. Got 2 runners in scoring position here for the Lady Blackhawks.
That's where the old measurements for the backstop would have been more in our favor.
Cather stays in front of that one, and it's going to be ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now here to Bowley. Three-one count here to Bowley. Catches the outside corner. Able to fight back. Now it's a full count here. Three balls, 2 strikes with 2 out, 2 on here in the top of the first inning. And the walk is going to be issued to Bowley. Going to load the bases up here for near the first baseman. Another lefty here for the Lady Blackhawks. Gets the call on the top of the strike zone for strike 1. Overmeyer trying to battle out of a little bit of a jam here with the bases loaded, trying to limit the damage. 1 run is across here in the top of the first. That one's going to be fouled back out of play, so Overmeyer gets ahead 0-2. This be a big win here for the Lady Dragons if they can get out of this without another run getting across.
She's got a really good advantage with having 2 strikes and no balls on that batter. Gives you a little bit of relax a little bit.
Want to make sure you don't give them something across the meat of the plate there.
Right. Now it's just a matter of making them swing.
Holds off on that one. That one wasn't a terrible pitch. It was right on the bottom of the, it was just a little below, but good job there by Neer holding off on that. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. This is a very important pitch here for both batter and pitcher. Overmeyer doesn't want to get the count full. There's a shot to second. Nice play.
Stop.
And the out. What a play there at second by Barkus for the out. That was a huge play for the Lady Dragons. Gets the Lady Dragons out of a jam with the bases loaded and holds the scoring to 1 run for Westville. So that was a great, great play. So we're going to take a break here, and we're going to come back for the bottom half of the first with the leadoff hitter Carlton, followed by Cather and Overmeyer for the Lady Dragons. Be back here in a moment. You're watching RTC TV4.
Summit Contractor Supply is the area's leading supplier of tools, parts, products, and services to commercial and industrial contractors throughout northern Indiana and southern Michigan. Offering Milwaukee Electric Tools, DeWalt Power Tools, Metabo Power Tools, and more, Summit has the blades, bits, fasteners, and anchors to get the job done right. Summit is also a factory-authorized service and repair center. Contact Summit for all of your contractor supply needs.
She's got the.
All right, welcome back here to Argos High School, where we're getting set to go with the bottom of the first here. The Lady Dragons going to take their first at-bats here against the Lady Blackhawks. And Madeline, what a play there to end the inning, top of the first for the Lady Dragons by Madison Barkus.
That got him out of a big jam.
Yeah, bases were loaded, and that would have been probably 2 runs across, if not 3, with that getting into right field, and able to make the out there at first. So big play. So we'll see what the bats for the Lady Dragons can do. And here as we start off the bottom half, it's going to be Kaylee Carlton.
I approve of her bat choice. The same one I used all through high school.
The Orange DeMarini.
The Orange DeMarini.
Carlton doing a good job hitting the ball this year. She is a strong kid, and
yeah,
she's hit several of them back to the fence for the Lady Dragons. So
it's that bat, let me tell you.
there's a solid shot.
Nice.
It's going to be over second, and she's going to be up with a single, start the Lady Dragons off. She found the sweet spot there between second and shortstop. Bring up another senior here, for the Lady Dragons, Leslie Cather.
Makes me feel old knowing she's a senior.
Right.
Or 8th graders when I was.
You are kind of getting there.
I'm getting there, let me tell you. Ooh.
Cather shows bunt, able to get the bat back out, and it's going to be 1-1. So her dad, Guy, one of the assistant coaches for the Lady Dragons. Oh, it's going to be off of her leg, so it's going to be dead ball strike 1. She's beating herself up here in this first inning. Took a hard shot on that ball she was trying to keep in front of her there at the catcher position, too. But she's been a solid player for the Lady Dragons for 4 years. Seems like she gets a little better every year. Shows bunt, pulls back and swings for strike 2. And Carlton gets the steal at second. That was a close play right there. She didn't.
Yeah, it was.
She didn't slide, so she wasn't able to get under. But the tag was late.
The throw was on the wrong side of the base for that one, which worked in Carleton's favor.
There's a shot that's going to be foul. Playable by the third baseman. Good job there for out number 1. So that's going to bring up Allison Overmeyer, the pitcher here for the Lady Dragons. With 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Carleton on second. Aaron Edwards on deck here for the Lady Dragons. Overmeyer takes strike 1. There's a shot that's going to be shallow, playable by short. It's going to be out number 2 for the Lady Dragons. Bringing up Aaron Edwards. The 4th senior here for the Lady Dragons. 2 down with 1 on here.
Carleton stealing third.
Strike 1 juggled by the catcher, and Carleton paying attention here. So good opportunity with a base hit here for Edwards to get an RBI. Just got to find a gap here in the Westville defense. It's going to be fouled out of play off of first base. So it's going to be strike 2 now on Edwards. Good. Not even close. Good job there by Edwards keeping alive. Fouls that one back out of play. We've had him a lot closer into the camera than that.
Okay. I was just checking.
Yeah.
Attempted a change up by the pitcher. A pretty good change up.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. Working in the bottom of the first inning. Edwards sends it over to short. It's going to be playable over to first. It's the 6-3 putout. It's going to end the inning for the Lady Dragons with 1 left on, 1 hit, no runs for the Lady Dragons. And after 1, it's Westville 1 and Lady Dragons 0. We're going to take a break. Come back here with the top of the second for Westville. It's going to be Santos back up top to Rogers and Wright when we come back in just a moment.
Smith Farm Stores has everything you need for your home and your farm, both inside and out. We are your local Steel, Skag, and Simplicity dealer, offering a full service center with a certified technician on site. Smith Farm Stores offers a wide variety of household appliances, including top brand refrigerators, washing machines, and dryers. We are also a full-service paint center, offering on-site color matching and more. Stop by today or check us out online. Smith Farm Stores, everything you need and more.
All right, welcome back here to Argos High School with 1 inning in the books. Westville leads 1-0 over the Lady Dragons. And going to be Santa. Well, no, she's not. Is that number 9?
That's 8.
That's 9. So Santos, and then Rogers and Wright coming up here for Westville as we get going. 1 run across. Through 1.
It's actually 23 O'Hara is up. I apparently cannot take stats very well.
Okay.
Oops.
All right, so
Got a little
you got a little ahead of yourself.
bit.
All right. So O'Hara, Santos, and then Rogers. Again, Steve Stricker here with my oldest, Madeline, who is an accounting major, struggling with the stats.
We don't put stats in little tiny boxes. I will defend myself on that one.
Strike one for O'Hara. It's going to be out of play off the third base line. Nice day here in Argos. The sun is under the clouds, but I think the rain's going to hold off for us. Finally, a spring-like day here in northern Indiana. That one's shot back to Overmeyer, over to first for out number one. That's going to bring up Santos.
These stats, I should just.
Santos takes the right-hand batter's box for the first time tonight with
Wait,
one
no,
down.
that was right. No, I messed up. This is why you told me to use the pencil, isn't it?
We're back up top, aren't we? Santos is the
I should have used the pencil.
no.
We're here. No, here. This was here. This was right.
Yeah,
Okay, and then
Yeah.
this is.
that's her.
Yeah, but I accidentally corrected myself. Okay.
It's quality television, folks.
Oh, let me tell you.
All right, we'll get this figured out here. 1 ball, 1 strike. It is Santos. Pretty sure of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
These little.
Sends that one over. Nice job there by Barkus for
There we
the
go.
second out of the inning. Barkus doing a solid job there at second for the Lady Dragons. 2 up, 2 down. That's going to come back to the top of the lineup here for Westville, bringing up Rogers.
She had a pretty good shout out to left field on her last at bat. Sent her second base. And then she's the one who scored in the first inning for the Blackhawks.
Showing bunt, popped up, and that's going to be kicked off. She's out. She hit the ball in play for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down here for the Lady Dragons in the top of the second. Coming back here for the bottom half. And it's going to be Legenauer, Miller, and Hereford up for the Lady Dragons. We'll take a quick break and come back here for bottom of second here from Argos in just a moment.
This is old you. And this is now you.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
All right, welcome back here to Argos High School through 1.5 innings. It's Westville 1, Argos nothing. And Lady Dragons 1 up, or 3 up, 3 down for the top of the second. Good job by them in that inning. Haley Legenauer going to be up first here as we start the bottom of the second for the Lady Dragons. I think Haley's a sophomore, does that sound right? Or a junior?
Either one of them makes me feel old.
Was she on your Pee Wee team?
No.
Oh, not that old yet?
Not yet. Not unless McKenna's in high school and I didn't realize it. Although she is at a high school open gym.
Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh,
Ooh,
nice
she got
shot
a
on
good
the
hold of
high
that
one. And that's going to drop in right field. She's going for 2. She can round third, go for 3. Oh, go for 3. She's going to stretch it out, and she's in at third. Nice base running.
That's one way to take a high pitch and make something out of it.
I didn't think she was able to get anything on that. That was eye level.
Those were
And
my favorite. Everybody'd be screaming, don't swing, but those are the ones you get a good hold of and you can really send them.
So I think we'll call that a single with an error. Throwing error?
Yeah.
Not a throwing error, but an error in right.
In
but
the field.
Leigenauer in scoring position. There's a nice bunt by Miller, just goes foul. That would have been tough for Leigenauer. They would have been able to probably hold her on that. So 1 strike on Miller. Still no outs here in the bottom of the second. Leigenauer's leadoff. There's Miller getting a hold of one. She's going to get an RBI on that, and that's overthrown at first. So Carly's going to advance to second on the throwing error by the shortstop. So Lady Dragons on the board. Even things up here on the RBI single by Miller.
Your DP, Hannah Herford, up to bat.
Still no outs.
Nice little bump by Hannah.
You're going to get the out at first, but she gets Miller over to third. So does her job. The sack bunt by Herford advances Miller over to third. It's going to bring up Madison Barkus, who's had a really good game so far in the field. Let's see what she can do here at the plate.
Yeah, her third out in the first inning really saved Argos.
Oh yeah, it could easily be 4-1 right now, if not swing and a miss there for strike one. Still only 1 out. Allison Zom on deck here for the Lady Dragons. Nice shot.
Rip.
That's going to be an RBI single for Barkus. So she's just having a really good game tonight so far. It's going to score Miller from third.
Left fielder Allison Zom up next.
Still only 1 out. Madison Barkus on first. Zom, left-handed batter here. She goes after the high one. That's going to be foul. And nice attempt there by the left fielder. Almost gets to that. So bottom half of the lineup here for the Lady Dragons. Bats are really going good here.
They're really getting a hold of those high ones.
Two runs across here in the bottom of the second for the Lady Dragons with 1 out.
Yeah, because Peyton scored and so did it's 2-2 though. We'll check on that.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Zom. Nice
shot. Rip right in the hole in the outfield.
Barkus going to be held up at third, so a double for Zom. And that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Kaylee Carlton. With 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out here. This is a good opportunity for the senior Carlton to crank one for the Lady Dragons.
I saw her doing it in a couple games last year. She can really hit the ball. Ooh.
Takes ball 1 on the inside corner. One ball, no strikes here to Carlton. Oh, she wanted that one.
She foul tipped that one.
1 ball, 1 strike. She had a home run swing on that, just missed by a hair. Good eye there. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
No.
Carlton ahead in the count here, 2-1.
Oh.
Just catches the outside corner. Two count here to Carlton. She had a double her first time up.
Right in between the shortstop and.
That's going to be just foul off of right field line. Stays alive though. Got to take a little off of it now with the 2-2 count and just make something in play. And gets called strike 3, outside corner again.
Okay.
So it brings up Leslie Cather, the senior, with 2 down now. Runners on second and third for the Lady Dragons. Swing and a miss on strike 1. So this is kind of one of those pivotal moments like the Dragons faced in the first. And
2 outs, you've got 2 runners in scoring position.
Well, they had 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah.
And then they got Carlton out. So the bottom half, the younger guns, I guess you'd say, for the Lady Dragons.
That was a good hold on Leslie's part. Last inning, she hit a foul ball right outside the third baseline that was caught.
So she's got to protect now with the 1 and 2 count. Got to keep this inning going here for the Lady Dragons. Allison Overmeyer on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. So she's showing some patience there. Goes from a 1 and 2 count to a full count here. The payoff pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The inning is over. Lady Dragons score 2, but they leave 2 on. And after 2, it's Argos 2 and Westville 1. We'll take a quick break, come back here with the top of the third. And it's going to be Wright, Deneen, and Hissick for Westville.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
Back here at Argos High School, where Argos leads 2-1 after 2 against the Westville Blackhawks. Steve Stricker with Madeline Stricker here this afternoon. And, been pretty good so far, Maddie. Seen some nice defensive plays by the Lady Dragons. Madison Barkus doing a nice job there at second. She helped him out with her bat as well.
Yeah.
Got an RBI in that second inning. So see what they can do here in the top of the third inning. Back to the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Westville. But so far, it's been a good outing here for the Lady Dragons.
Pitching has been pretty consistent on both sides. Gotten some good been able to get some good hits and a couple strikeouts for both teams.
Yeah, nothing overpowering by either pitcher, but they've been hitting their marks pretty well, not sending a lot of people on, via a walk. And so far, the defense has been pretty solid for both teams.
Doing their jobs.
Yep. So leading off here is the left fielder, Wright. She struck out her first time up here for the Lady Blackhawks. As we get started here in the top of the third.
Ooh.
That's going to be ball one on the inside.
Those were always the worst because that kind of hurts when you smack yourself in the leg with the ball.
Shot back in.
A nice stop
Wow.
by Barkis.
Just the fact she
Oh
got
my
that ball.
goodness.
She has got some range there at second.
Yeah, she does.
Not able to make the play, but she does get that ball stopped and saves extra bases there. She is all over the place there at second.
She's doing a great job.
It's going to bring up the pitcher, Deneen.
She hit it off the shortstop last time around.
Throw back to first. Brings right back to the base. One ball, no strike here to Deneen. No outs, top of the third. She sends that one, and Lagenauer can't get to it at short. They get it back in, so runners on first and second now. And that's going to bring up the number 4 batter, Hissick. So a good spot here with no outs for Westville. They got their cleanup hitter at the plate.
She hit the one that was caught by Edwards.
She popped it
She
to
popped
first.
it. Yeah, she popped it up to first last time. Just missed that one.
Just a little late there. Nice play there by Lagenauer. That one bounced up off of the plate or the base there at third.
That was a way to back up on that one.
Yeah, she got over there in a hurry and almost made the play, the force out there at third. So with the bases loaded and no outs here, it's going to bring up Kate Bowley. So a little bit of trouble here for the Lady Dragons. There's a pop up. Barkis.
Nice catch by Barkis. Get it.
Well, she showed her range there again, coming in well behind second base, making the out. One run does come across for Westville, but that was a great job. So one down, runners on first and second for Showley.
The best case scenario for a hit like that.
Ball one. We're all tied at 2 here in the top of the third. Overmeyer gets the out at 1. Runners will advance with 2 outs. Got runners on second and third. And that's going to bring up Neer.
Number 9. Their first baseman.
What'd she do last time there? I'm trying to read your scribbles.
4-3. She hit
Grounded out to Barkis.
Barkis.
That was the play at the end of the first, wasn't it?
Yes.
Strike on the swing on the first pitch. be another pretty good out. I mean, if they can get this out, no more runs across here, this would be a big win for the Dragons. They had the bases loaded with no outs. If they can limit this to 1. Good job by Cather
Way to
getting
keep that one in
upstairs.
front.
There's a little bit of a chance to steal home now that the plate's been moved out.
That was never an option. Well, it was never an option for me because I don't run very quickly.
2 balls, 1 strike. First base is open, so a walk here wouldn't be the end of the world for the Lady Dragons, but they got to find that 3rd out. Actually, a walk right now would be better than giving her something over the plate where she can get a single or a double that has a chance of scoring a run or 2. So issues the walk. Now the bases are full for O'Hara. She grounded out to Overmeyer in the 2nd inning. Two down here in the top of the 3rd, Westville, with runners on all 3 bases. Bases are loaded.
Nice stop by Leslie.
So Overmeyer's got to try and find the strike zone here. She's thrown a couple balls in a row. Needs to trust her defense, let them make the play behind her. They've been doing really well. There's a playable ball, but Cather or Edwards not able to make that run, kind of right in between them. So it's going to be a 2-1 count here. Three balls, 1 strike now to O'Hara. She's going to be pretty picky here on this one. It's going to be a walk, so it's going to force 1 in. Going to give Westville the lead here with bases still loaded. Going to bring up Santos, grounded out to 2nd, her first time up. Nice ball
Nice
there by
pitch.
Overmeyer for strike 1. You know how important it is to get ahead of a batter.
Yes.
And
Stay ahead is very, very important.
there's a good shot. That's going to be trouble over Edwards' head. 1 run across. And they do get the out. 2 runs across, though, and that's going to end the inning. So 4 runs, though, are going to be scored. So the Dragons going to have to battle back after allowing 4, and we have 5. I'm working on it.
Oh, sorry.
You can only do so much at a time. So the score now 5-2 as the Dragons move into the bottom of inning number 3, and it's going to be Erin Edwards, Haley Lagenauer, and Carly Miller up as we come back for the bottom of the 3rd. take a break and be back here in a moment. You're watching RTC TV4's coverage of Argos Lady Dragons softball.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Do you want me to write them down?
All right, welcome back here. The bottom of the third, getting ready to go here from Argos High School, where Westville got 4 runs across in the top and lead Lady Dragons now 5-2. So Argos gonna have to get some runs back here in the bottom half, and it's going to be the senior Aaron Edwards leading off for Argos, with Haley Lagenauer and Carly Miller coming up behind her. That's not Edwards. That's Overmeyer. Cather got the last out. I don't know what you're smoking.
Oh my gosh. You know what? When you work 60 hours a week for the last 3.5 months plus classes, I'm lucky I'm here.
So Allison Overmeyer is going to lead things off, followed by Aaron Edwards, and then Haley Lagenauer.
And we'll get there. My goodness. I think
All right.
everything is mush.
So 2 balls, no strikes to Overmeyer as we start the bottom of the third. Fouls that one off. It's going to land in the warm-up circle for Westville for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strikes. Two balls, 1 strike here to Overmeyer is getting set to go here. Count goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Overmeyer. So what did you determine? We had that wrong. Was it Nice?
Yes. I believe so. It looked like an R on the
Okay.
roster I was given. According to Max Preps, it's a C.
Okay. We do apologize if we get the names wrong. Your coach handwriting is.
And I did
Got first names now. Awesome.
a couple. Do you want me to go off all of them?
That'd be nice.
Oh, okay.
Aaron Edwards takes strike or ball 1. Sorry, high. Sends
Nice
that one
rip.
to center.
Caught.
Nice play there in center field for out number 2. Coming in a long way. Kaylee Bowley out there in center making that nice snag there. Haley Lagenauer now with 2 outs. She's
Oh,
nice.
nice catch by their second baseman.
So Westville coming up with some big defensive stops here in the bottom of the third. And the Dragons go down 1-2-3. We'll come back here with the top of 4 for Westville. Back up top.
Back up top.
Rogers right and Deneen for Westville will be back in a moment here on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Hey, welcome back here to Argos High School, where after 3 innings, it's Westville 5, Argos 2. Getting set to go Westville's part of the 4th inning. It's going to be the top of the lineup. Peyton Rogers leading off. Cheyenne Wright and Jessie Deneen following her. Steve Stricker here with Madeline Stricker tonight. Fun game here so far, Maddie.
Yes, it's very. They were keeping it pretty close up until that last inning, and hopefully Arcus can keep the scoring down to a minimum on this one and get a chance to come back.
That one's going to be bunted foul. Strike 1 for Rogers. Rogers' 3rd plate appearance here this evening. She doubled and scored her first time up. Walked. Is that what she did last time? Or no, this is her 2nd time. What are you?
No, this is her 3rd.
Her 3rd at bat.
The 2nd inning was when I had all the issues with my scoring.
So no balls, 2 strikes here. Good job by Overmeyer getting ahead of her. See if she can finish this off here against Rogers. Rogers stays alive, fights that one off, fouls it back. Count stays 0-2. Gonna be high and outside, ball 1.
They're asking how to watch the game.
Two balls, 2 strikes now to Rogers.
Oh.
Full count now here to Rogers. Overmeyer's got to battle back here. She had her down 0-2. Got to find a way to get Rogers out here. And Rogers takes the walk after going down 0-2. So leadoff batter is aboard for Cheyenne Wright.
She had a nice hit out by second base her last time up.
That one gets past Cather. Rogers is going to advance. Rogers takes second on the wild pitch by Overmeyer.
It was a nice pitch.
Just foul off third base. 1 ball, 1 strike now. That one's going to be foul.
Oh, just.
Miller almost makes the play on that one. You hear footsteps when you get that close to the fence. You want to keep your eye on the ball, but you also know you're getting awful close to that fence. And
made that mistake on a home run against Triton. He was out in left field and didn't realize it was going to be a home run because I wasn't looking where the fence was.
that's the one advantage that you have in baseball, right? With the warning
track,
right? So you start hitting gravel and you know you're getting close.
Mm-hmm.
Always wondered why softball didn't have a warning track. Count goes full now to right.
Well, up until a couple years ago, this one didn't even have a fence, so I guess baby steps.
3-2 count now to right. Play it short. Over to first, not in time. The runner's going to advance, and we're going to have runners on the corners with no outs here for Westville. And that's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Jesse Deneen, your pitcher. Wright will probably be stealing second here at her first opportunity. They're not going to make a play on that with the runner at third. Good pitch there, takes strike one. Wright moves over to second, so runners now at second and third here for the Blackhawks. 0-1 count here to Deneen. Little blooper to third, misplayed.
Home.
So an error at third, and 1 run is across.
You got the third and first situation going again.
Makes the score 6-2 now with runners on the corners. Allie Hissick. And she sends one into the gap between center and left. 1 run across.
Ooh.
Good job there by Carlton getting that in quickly. Only 1 run able to score. Actually, it was a good thing that happened on the first pitch because that runner hadn't advanced over to second yet.
Mm-hmm. That was great placement of the ball by Hissick right in between the 2 fielders.
Still no outs here in the top of the 4th. Is that Kaylee?
Yes.
Kaylee Bowley. Runners on first and second here for Westville. She apparently likes the high ones too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be foul out of play. Strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Lady Dragons still trying to get that first out here in the top of the 4th. 2 runs are across for Westville. Runners on first and second. It popped up. That should be playable for the first baseman, Edwards. Out number 1. It's going to bring up the other Bowley.
McKenna
Bowley. with 1 out. Runners still at first and second here for the Blackhawks. It's going to be just low, ball 1.
Walked her first time up to bat, and last time she hit it to the pitcher. Got out at first.
Misses a little high on that one, ball 2. Fouls that one back. Cather took another shot on that foul. She's going to be feeling it. It looks like it might have went off of her throwing hand. Two balls, 1 strike to McKenna Bowley. That one's going to advance the runners. Three-one count here to Bowley. Overmeyer's pitched all 3.5 innings here for the Lady Dragons. Catches the inside corner, makes the count 3-2. This would be a big out here with runners at second and third. Lady Dragons can get this second out. It's going to walk the bases loaded. Okay, Maddie, here's something you could never say back in the day, right?
Back in the day?
Back in the day, the lights are on.
Yeah, that is something I never could have said. Not at all.
The lights are on. First game I've been to here with the lights up. Shot back to the pitcher. Overmeyer's going to have trouble getting back to it in time. Gets the play at first. 1 run does score, but good job of recovering and getting that out by Overmeyer. So runners still at second and third with 2 outs now for the Lady Dragons.
It's okay, I'm just dying.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike to O'Hara. Need a cough button on that.
That
all
would
right?
help. Yeah.
You all right?
No,
Okay.
I think my eyes are watering now.
That's trouble. That's trouble. Runner's going to advance.
Let's have a runner on third now. 2 outs.
Gets O'Hara swinging there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs. Westville putting up 4 runs here in the top of the 4th. Second inning in a row, they've been up, put a 4 spot on the board. And O'Hara way ahead of that one for a foul.
Her first time up to bat, she hit it to the pitcher and was out at first, and last time she walked.
Overmeyer head over here at 2-2, so she needs to get this out, get this inning over. Westville leads 9-2 here. Short stop, and that's going to be an error at short. Another run's going to score. It's going to make it 10-2 for Westville. Cheyenne Wright back up here with 2 down.
No,
here.
it's Santos. We're at the bottom. We're here.
Okay.
That wasn't my bookkeeping that time.
Santos takes ball 1. Two balls, no strikes here to Santos. Got 1 on here for the Blackhawks.
Making her swing.
Big swing and a miss there by Santos. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lady Dragons trying to find a way to get out of this 4th inning.
This has been a big one for the Lady Blackhawks.
Three 3-1 count here to Santos. Runners at first and second now, back up to the top to Rogers now. She led off the inning, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Second time around here for Rogers. Blackhawk runners at first and second with 2 outs. 1 ball, no strike here to Rogers. Gets the strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Two-one pitch here to Rogers. Outside, ball 3. So Rogers is going to be walked. This is going to bring up Cheyenne Wright with the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
She's had 2 infield hits these last 2 innings that have Gotten her on at first.
Swing and a miss there. Overmeyer able to get ahead of her. 0-1. See if she can get this third out. Got 5 runs across here in the top of the 4th for Westville. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Strike 2 to right.
Nice inside pitch by Overmeyer.
It's going to be fouled back out of play. Oh, and 2 count here to right.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Shot, and that's going to find the gap. 1 run across. Second
2.
one's going to score. So the single's going to be 2 RBIs for Wright. It's going to make it 12-2 now. Favor of Westville. 4th inning continues. 7 runs across for the Blackhawks here in this inning.
Jessie Deneen up to bat for the Blackhawks. Last 2 times she's been up, she's hit. All 3 times she's been up, she's hit it shortstop. Another good inside pitch by Overmeyer.
1-1 count here to Jesse. Gonna be ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Trying to find that third out. How many batters have they had since the out? Since the second?
Since the second out. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's the 5th.
5th batter since they got 2 outs. Three one, runners on first and second here for the Blackhawks. There's a solid hit in the gap between second and short. Play at the plate. Missed the tag. 1 run in.
Jumped right over.
Going to bring up Allie Hissick with 2 on and 2 out. Solid shot way ahead of that foul ball for strike 1 for Hissick. This is that ball 1 inside. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hissick. Gets her swinging on that, and strike two. 1-2 now. Let's see if Overmeyer can get Hissick out for the third out here in the fourth.
Hissick's been pretty consistent on hitting to the left side of the field. Oh, she got a hold of that one.
It's going to get down and left. 1 run in. Hissick in with a double.
She got 1 run in, right?
Yeah.
Kaylee Bally up to bat.
There's a shot, 1 run across. Ten runs across here in the top of the fourth for Argos, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. 15 runs now for Westville. So as we get a pitching change here at Argos, we're going to take a quick break. Nope. Yep, pitching change. So we'll take a quick break and come back here with more. Your new pitcher going to be freshman left-hander Allison Zom when we come back.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Summit Contractor Supply is the area's leading supplier of tools, parts, products, and services to commercial and industrial contractors throughout northern Indiana and southern Michigan. Offering Milwaukee Electric Tools, DeWalt Power Tools, Metabo Power Tools, and more, Summit has the blades, bits, fasteners, and anchors to get the job done right. Summit is also a factory-authorized service and repair center. Contact Summit for all of your contractor supply needs.
All right, welcome back here. Allison Zom takes over on the mound. Gonna be ball 1.
Pitching to McKenna Bally.
McKenna Bally. 1 ball, no strikes here to Bally. Zom's a freshman for the Lady Dragons, left-hander.
Good pitch.
Gets that one in there, strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bowley.
No problem.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
Good opportunity for the freshman to get him out of this inning.
Yeah, they've had 2 outs for quite a while here, so they're trying to get this thing wrapped up. Just misses on the inside corner. That looked pretty close. Full count, 3-2 here. Didn't miss that one by much. Hit back to Zom, goes between her legs. And we got runner interference, so the runner from second to third is going to be called out. So it's going to be the end of the top of the 4th inning here, with the Blackhawks putting up 10 runs in the top of the 4th. So the Lady Dragons going to have to get their bats going. Where are we at on their lineup?
Near Carly.
Carly Miller, Hannah Herford, and Madison Barkus coming up here in the bottom of 4. The Lady Dragons now trail 15-2. So we'll be back here in just a moment with the bottom of 4 here on RTC TV 4.
This is Oldview. And this is Now You.
5 wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
All right, welcome back here to Argos High School. The lights are on as the Lady Dragons come up here in the bottom of the 4th. The Westville Blackhawks did some damage in the top of the 4th, putting up 10 runs, and what had been a pretty manageable game back and forth until that point for the Lady Dragons, now trailing 15-2. They're going to have to find a way to get at least 4 runs here in the next 2 innings just to keep this one going.
Made a substitution, number 22, up to bat for Argus. Spansky.
All right, so her first at bat here for the Lady Dragons. One ball, no strike to Sabansky. Tips that one back for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike. That's going to be popped up and playable. And outside the first base line, the out is made by the first baseman of the Lady Blackhawks. Is that Showley?
Number 4.
Bowley, yeah.
Close.
I was combining. I'm trying to pick up the names.
It's hard when they're all wearing face masks.
Hannah Herford up here for Argus, takes ball 1. Swing on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 1 out at the bottom of the 4th. Good eye there. Takes ball 2 low. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Hereford. Three and 1 now to Hereford. Probably going to be taken all the way on this one. Hereford walks. So base runner on here for the Lady Dragons. Going to bring up number 9, Madison Barkus.
From what I've got, that is Jesse's first walk of the night.
One on with 1 out here for Barkus. Swings on a high one. That's going to be hit over to short. Play at second. It's going to get Hereford for out number 2. Barkus is going to be safe on the fielder's choice at first. It's going to bring up the new pitcher, Allison Zom, with 2 down here.
She had a pretty good hit out to left on her last at bat.
Takes strike 1 on the outside corner.
Ooh, I like the high one on that one.
Kind of a check swing that caught the ball right there. So 0-2 count here to Zom with 2 down. One ball, 2 strikes.
Nice rip.
Good rip to right. And
caught.
good play out there by the right fielder for Westville is going to make it out number 3. So the Dragons go down in the bottom of the 4th. No runs across, 1 left on. And we're going to come back with the top of the 5th. Where are we at? Olivia Neese, O'Hara, and Santos coming up here for Westville. Here as we go into the top of the 5th. We'll be back here in a moment on RTC TV 4.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
All right, welcome back here to Argos High School, where through 4, it's Westville 15, Argos 2. Steve Stricker here with Madeline Stricker. Been a good call here. Glad to get to call a game with you, Maddie. And Lady Dragons had a rough time there in the top of the 4th. Ended up changing pitchers after struggling to get that 3rd out. Pulled Allison Overmeyer, and Zom came in and was able to get that 3rd out on an interference call. So as we move here into the top of the 5th, Olivia Neese leads off for Westville. Takes ball 1. Hi, Zane. How you doing? Good. Good. So 1 ball, no strikes to Neese. Gets the inside corner on that one for strike one. 1-1 count now. Misses a little bit high on that one for ball two. 2-1. Think they'd notice if you went out there with your Crocs on?
They're Chacos, not Crocs. I'm not you.
Sorry. Shot to short. Over to first. Not in time. So Nice is going to be safe at first. Lead runner on here for Westville.
My Chacos and my Notre Dame jacket wouldn't be too noticeable with the gold, right?
It's going to bring up McKenna O'Hara with nobody out here for Westville.
That's a nice pitch.
It's going to be fouled out of play off of the first base line, so 1 strike now.
O'Hara has hit it to the back to the pitcher, and then she had one out to short in the last inning.
One ball, 1 strike to O'Hara. It's the outside corner. She's getting that call on that outside corner. I'd be trying to hit that every time. It's a hard one to hit. 1 ball, 2 strikes to O'Hara. Top of the 5th inning here at Argos High School. Fouls that one out of play. That was right there in that same spot. I think O'Hara is like, you know, they're calling that. I got to swing.
Right.
So got 1 runner on here for the Blackhawks with no outs here in the top of the 5th. Misses on that one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Play back to first.
That one was just a hint too outside. She likes that spot.
There's a shot to second. Over to first in time for the out. Runner does advance, but the Lady Dragons get the out.
Elizabeth Santos up to bat. She was walked in the last inning. She hit it to right in the 3rd inning, and was the really good play by Barkis at second in the 2nd inning.
1 on, 1 out here for Santos. Nice pitch there for Zom. Gets her swinging on strike 1. Zom's doing a pretty good job of getting ahead of the batters here in her little less than an inning she's been pitching here for the Lady Dragons.
In a game like this, you just have to make the balls hittable and let your defense do the rest.
It's going to be a passed ball. Runner's going to advance to third now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two, 1. Just missed that outside corner on that one. Again, Steve Stricker here with Maddie Stricker at the Argos High School. Lady Dragons trailing 15-2. It's going to be fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Westville Lady Blackhawks. Westville batting here in the top of the 5th. Misses the outside corner. Count goes full 3-2. The 3-2 pitch here by Zom. And that's going to be a walk issued to Santos. So back up to the top of the order. Rogers, nice catch and right.
First base, the runner didn't tag, I don't believe. There we go.
Double up.
Whew.
That's 3. So a good play there in right. Gets the Lady Dragons out of the inning. That was that Pask out there in right?
Yes.
Made that play. So no runs there for Westville in the top of the 5th. We're going to come back with the bottom half of the 5th inning with the, were we back up top?
Back up top.
With Carlton, Cather, and Overmeyer. So the seniors need to get it done. They got to get 4 to keep this one going here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back here in just a moment. Thanks for watching RTC TV4's coverage of Argos Lady Dragons softball. We'll be back here in just a minute.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Hey, welcome back here as we lead off the bottom of the 5th. The Lady Dragons were able to get out of the top of the 5th on a double play to right.
Ooh.
Back to the pitcher. Carlton stops, but then that's going to be out in the outfield. So Carlton aboard here to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Going to bring up senior Leslie Cather with no outs. So if they're going to get it done right now, it's going to be the seniors, right?
Yeah.
They got the first 4 of the lineup, all 4 seniors. So it's now or never here for the Lady Dragons. Got to get 4 here in the bottom.
Way to pull back by Cather on that one. Nice bunt by Cather.
Nobody at first as the first baseman comes up for the bunt. And second base didn't cover, so Cather on safe, which advances Carlton all the way over to third with Allison Overmeyer up with no outs. McKenna Lineberry going to take the running responsibilities for Leslie there at first base. We got a conversation going to happen here at the mound for the Lady Blackhawks. Is no outs, runners on the corners for the Lady Dragons. So they're going to stay with the pitcher. Deneen had a pretty good job here on the mound. Only 2 runs scored by Argos in the bottom of the 2nd.
Only 1 walk batter this entire game. Is
only 1 walk.
Only 1 walk.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
Dragons, though, have there's a strike one to Overmeyer. Runners on the corners with no outs. Lineberry takes the steal at second. So runners advance. So runners at second and third now. No outs, 1 ball, 1 strike to senior Allison Overmeyer. Two balls, 1 strike to Overmeyer.
Overmeyer way ahead in the pitch count now.
So first base is open. They may be looking to just let her take first with Edwards on deck. Missed that one low, so the walk issued to Overmeyer. Brings up the senior Aaron Edwards now. Bases loaded, no outs, so Lady Dragons with an opportunity here. Edwards fouls that one back, strike one. It's going to be hit to short. 1 run across. Edwards is going to be out at first. She gets an RBI sacrifice.
Got a new batter in for Argos. Number 18, Mackenzie Cox.
One ball, 1 strike.
No. Get down.
Nice job, Lineberry got down there in a hurry on the pass ball. So the Lady Dragons getting a little closer there to that 6 runs that they need to keep going. It's going to be fouled off. Two count here to Cox. Allison Overmeyer at third. Holds back on that one. Count goes full 3-2. Right down the middle for strike 3. It's going to be out number 2.
Bianski up for Argos.
So the Lady Dragons down to their last out. Still need to get 2 runs here if they want to keep this game going, trailing by 11. Gets that outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sabansky. Down to the last strike here. Say it. You think she's going to throw the change up?
I think she's going to throw a change.
All right.
Well, maybe not.
That one's fouled back into the fence. Gives the camera a little ride there on the fence. Count remains 1-2. Maybe this time.
Yeah, she is. Or at least it was a different spin. You can tell when she pulled back when she was gripping it that she had a different.
Got 2s across the board, balls, strikes, and outs. That's popped up, playable by the pitcher. It's going to do it as that one's caught. The Lady Dragons are going to fall here to Westville. 15-4 is going to be your final score. Really well played game by both teams. It's just that one.
It's just that one inning, like you said before the game started, that the Argos needs to work on their one inning that always gets them.
Well, Coach Dean had said it was the top of it was the first inning that had been getting them here lately, and well, they got through that first inning fairly clean after that great play by Barkus. Well, maybe this is the game that they get through that, but instead of the first inning, it was the 4th inning for them this time, and the 10 spot put up by Westville, just too much to overcome. So the Dragons fall 15-4 here on a nice spring evening here at Argos. Appreciate everybody. Great job there by the umpiring staff. Great job. Casey Carswell, a very good umpire, and she does a lot of officiating as well, and great job behind the plate.
She was one of my favorites throughout high school.
Well, you liked her because she always gave you the strike calls.
I pitched high, and she likes them high. We worked well together.
Right. So, hey, it was great to have you jump in here on the call with me tonight. Now I can officially say I've had all 3 of my girls call games with me. McKenna has called games with me, but she said like 3 words.
Yeah,
so
it counts. She tried.
She had the headset on, so we'll give her credit for that. But thanks to everybody for watching here tonight on RTC TV4. Thanks Scott Sager back at the office for running tech for me tonight. And weather permitting, we're going to try and be back here for another game on Thursday night across the parking lot with the Argos Dragons baseball team hosting the Caston Comets. And if we get that, if we can't get that, whatever, we'll be back at Fansler on Friday with the Rochester Lady Zebras softball. So appreciate everybody that tuned in to tonight's game here on RTC TV4. Again, the final, Westville 15, Argos 4. And until next time, I'm Steve Stricker for my daughter Madeline. McKenna standing there. So we'll give her a little shout out too. So thanks for watching.